She would never say where she came from. Yesterday don't matter if it's gone. While the sun is bright, or in the darkest night, no one knows. She comes and goes. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you when you change with every new day? Still, I'm gonna miss you. Don't question why she needs to be so free. She'll tell you it's the only way to be. She just can't be chained to a life where nothing's gained and nothing's lost at such a cost. There's no time to lose, I heard her say. Catch your dreams before they slip away. Dying all the time. Lose your dreams and you may lose your mind. Ain't life unkind? Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you when you change with every new day? Still, I'm gonna miss you. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday.
She's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire at your desire. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire at your desire. Her weapon wear were crystal eyes, making every man mad. Black as a dark night she was, got what no one else had. Wow, she's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire at your desire. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire at your desire. She's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire at your desire. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire at your desire.
Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. For me, for me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart. For me. Now, I don't mean to bother you, but I'm in distress. There's danger of me losing all of my happiness. For I love a girl who doesn't know I exist, and this you can fix. So, Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. For me, nobody but me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart. For me. Now, Cupid, if your arrow make a love stone for me, I promise I will love her until eternity. I know between the two of us her heart we can steal. Help me if you will. So, Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. For me, nobody but me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart. For me. Now, Cupid, don't you hear me calling you? I need you, Cupid, help me. I need you, Cupid. baby, don't fail me. When I see my baby, what do I see? Poetry, poetry in motion, poetry in motion, walking by my side. Her lovely locomotion keeps my eyes open wide. Poetry in motion, see her gentle sway, all wave out on the ocean. Could never move that way. I love every movement. There's nothing I would change. She doesn't need improvements. She's much too nice to rearrange. Poetry in motion, dancing close to me, a flower of devotion, swaying gracefully. Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Poetry in motion, see her gentle sway, a wave out on the ocean. Could never move that way. I love every movement. There's nothing I would change. She doesn't need improvement. She's much too nice to rearrange. Poetry in motion, all that I adore. No number 9 love potion could make me love her more. Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa.
I'm a real wild one, wild one, wild one, wild one, wild one.
Hello, Caroline. How you doing? Can't hear you, Caroline. Is your mic on?
Happen.
I love
okay.
it. I love it
Can
when the
you
plan.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I love it when the plan comes together.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
All right.
Well, according to my meters and everything, your voice is the same level as mine, so we shouldn't have any problems with that.
Perfect.
Is there anything you'd like to say before we go into the protection?
As always. So we are trying something new with this podcast. We need to take the pressure off of ourselves, so we decided to create a YouTube premiere podcast. That means the show is pre-recorded. This allows the both of us to be in the chat room with you. It should also eliminate technical issue we used to have with buffering, because the recording has been checked, and as long as Carolyn turned on her microphone. So here, I want to address this. I do what I do for free, and I do take it seriously, and I want to address this. This is for Joan. So Joan in the last chat room asked this question for the divine angel. Is Diane my twin flame? And then later on, Joan asked, Carolyn, is my question answered in the live chat? Well, this question was asked and answered in this video 3 weeks ago. So here's the link. I'm going to copy and paste and put it in the chat room. So Joan, you can look it up, okay? At that time, we were all working on building our foundation as for how do we proceed. Now that the foundation is there, all square and level, we shall move on and build the. You guys must keep track of your question. Joan, I did not watch that video all over again to give you your answer, but now you know where the answer. So please take note of your question and the date and do your homework, right? Also, about the question for loved one and pet deceased, you need to let us know if they are deceased. We need their name and tell us who that person was for you. Like for example, just a sample here, okay? My deceased great-great-great-grandmother Nefertiti. So I say deceased is clear she's dead, and she's great-great-great. So it's clear. So to say just dad or mom or sister or my pet is not enough. You do not need us to tell your loved one you love them. They can feel you, okay? But you do need us to get a message from them. But remember also, you have the ability to connect with them yourself. There's people that ask tons of questions and never say thank you. It does bother me a little. That's free. It costs nothing to say thank you. Just a little recap on the last show, Talking with the Planet, number 12, that happened last Tuesday. Patrick and Wayne made a connection with Shakira, and her essence is female. So all the questions for her will be selected and forwarded to Wayne as long as it's hatched properly. Also, we talk with two dragons. Firebird is the female essence, is actually the first dragon we made contact with, and the white dragon, which is the brother of Firebird that we know so far. Last Saturday, March 9, Patrick got interrupted at the time stamp 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 7 seconds, according to the trend Lee. Thank you, Lee. Do we see her now?
No, I haven't been able to do that today, Caroline.
Okay, that's okay, but we all know, Lee, you do a fantastic job with that. Well, this is the proof of the importance to protect ourselves in this mission. So I would just say, join us as we create protection for ourselves, the group, and YouTube. On this, Patrick, if you're ready to ask for protection.
Sure, go into that. I'm going to that now if
right.
you'd like to join me. Anyone at home, you can just watch or you can participate. And although this is being recorded, if you send love and protection, we will receive it. Thank you. Imagine a ball of white light above your head. It is pure love. Imagine it travelling down towards your feet. As it travels down your body, it encompasses you, so you end up in a bubble. When it reaches your feet and you are totally within the bubble, you can set the thickness of the skin for protection. You set your intention to not allow any negative influence, frequency, energy, entity, or indeed interruption of any kind. At this point, you can expand this bubble like blowing up a balloon. You can expand it to cover your whole home. You can make it as big as you like. Some people do the whole planet. At this point, you should feel in your heart that your protection is set. I have that feeling now. I hope you do too. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so we'll say goodbye for Caroline for a little while. And
Bye-bye.
bring just me up. Okay. One point I want to say before we go into the first question, I haven't even said this to Caroline. I forgot.
Oh.
There was a comment underneath Wayne's video on his channel for the episode 12 of Talking with the Planets. Apparently, when I received communication, I moved my head, and the person concerned thought I was reading the answers. I can assure you my eyes are shut and I can't see through my eyelids. But so what I'm going to do today, I'm going to keep looking straight at the camera. I'm going to take my glasses off and I'm just going to shut my eyes. Hopefully I won't tip my head down. It might go from side to side, but I won't tip it down. I hope that doesn't distract me too much. So who's the first question from, Caroline?
Well, as usual, it's for me. Let's just not forget to feel gratitude for all frequency that's going to come through to answer our question. Thank you all. And my first question is, greeting to all frequency. Do we have permission today to speak with source frequency, planet frequency, dragon frequency, loved one and pet frequency?
Yes.
Thank you. So the first question is for Shauna Livingston for source frequency.
Okay.
Do you have a message for me? Thank you.
This is an important time in your life. There are events about to happen where you will be needed to help, especially those who at this time remain asleep. They will be woken up with a shock. They will need encouragement. They will need understanding, and they will need love, especially those within your family. This is what you need to prepare for. Finish.
Thank you. Then we have Angel Moon 4217 that has a question for source frequency.
Okay.
Several weeks ago, you told me that there were a special intelligence about me. What is it? And also, what is the trial you said I will go through? Thank you.
The intelligence is an innate ability that you have to logically think through problems and situations. You have had this since birth. The trials that are coming, you must face at the time of their happening. If you knew them in advance, you could avoid them, and this would affect the future you. Finish.
Okay, then we have Caroline Boivin that has a question for the white dragon.
That's that funny woman, isn't it?
It just give me trouble in the chat room. She
Okay.
don't understand a thing. So Caroline wants to know from White Dragon, what is your name?
My sister's name is Firebird, as you know. My name doesn't translate as easily. Different people call me different names, but you may call me Firecloud. Finish. Wow.
Wow. Hey. Thank you. Then we have the loved one question.
Okay.
Rainbow Phoenix has a question for her father, Harvey Ban.
Okay.
Dad, which Ojibwa tribe am I from? And do you have a message for me? Thank you.
This tribe of Indians has a very long culture. They also have or had the practice of marrying in between tribes. So, to be honest, you are probably descended from all of them. However, they like to give animal names to their tribes, and the one that is in percentage terms stronger than any other is crane. The animal is a crane. Your father wants you to know he is always watching over you. He knows what difficulties you have gone through recently, and he is with you. No matter what trials lie ahead, he will be there to assist you. He loves you greatly and is very, very proud of you. Finish. Hope that helps.
Thank you. Then we have Dolores that has a question for source frequency.
Okay.
What do I need to know? What do I need to do now?
You need to prepare yourself spiritually, energetically. You need to raise your frequency. This will act as a protection. All negative influences are of a lower frequency. They will not be able to reach you. You are to find time to contemplate your day-to-day routine. You are to show everybody love. You are going to be a great example to those around you. Trust in yourself. As long as you keep moving forward, all will be well. Finish. My heart swelled up on that one. Dolores?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have Viola, question for source frequency.
Okay.
Did Anne steal my inheritance, and is Doug involved?
Yes. Finish.
All right. Then we have a question for, I'm not sure if it is a deceased one or not. It's for Cato 9. It's for Uncle Melvin.
Okay.
What happened to you on your way home from being deployed from the Navy?
There was a freak accident. It was not meant to happen. I should have made it home. However, I am happy where I am. I am safe. I am well. It truly is amazing. That's all I have. Finish.
Wow. Thank you. Then we have E.O. Alchemist.
Okay.
A question for source frequency. Will my son's father ever have a change of heart and try to reach out to him with love and ask for my son's forgiveness?
He does think of this from time to time. However, he is very proud and finds it difficult to do this. If you send him love energy without judgment, this may soften his heart and he may be able to say the words that he wants to say. Finish. Got a bit choked up on that one.
You need a sip of water?
Cool. Good idea. Good job you're here, Caroline.
I'm going to have a sip of coffee.
I'm drinking, showing it to the camera, naked coconut water. Hello, look, you can see through it. Look, how about that?
Is that right?
Yay.
I need to try that one time.
Yes, very nice. Good for your tummy.
Yeah.
Full of potassium.
When the dragon put money, gold on my bed, I'll do that.
He told, or she told you she didn't have any.
Yeah, I'm playing.
Okay.
Then we have my cat.
Okay.
She has a question for our moon frequency.
Is that our moon?
Our moon
Okay.
frequency. So the question goes, I live in Ontario, Canada. When the sun simulator set, where should I be facing so I can be looking towards you when I'm talking to you? And what color would you say you are?
I have no colour. I am dark. You can see me very faintly using telescopes. I am, as mentioned before, further out than you imagine. I am energetically connected with Earth frequency. The direction you look is not important. Just focus on me, connect with my energy, and we will have a wonderful connection. Thank you. Finish. Wow.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah, and that's far more than we thought. Then she told us, but we didn't think it was that far. Now we know. Then we have Dart Riven, a question for source frequency.
Okay.
Have I been here before, and is my last name a clue to how many times I have been reincarnated?
You are a very old soul. You are very experienced at this game we call life. Finish. That's all that's there.
Okay. Then we have Cassiopeia, PH. She has a question for a deceased dog, Dora.
Okay.
How are you doing? And is there anything you would like to tell me?
I am happy. I am safe. I see things now that I was not aware of when I was incarnated in physical form. I could sense things that you could not sense. I could see things that you could not see. I can tell you now that you are surrounded by loved ones. You have the word I am getting is army. You have an army of protection around you. You are greatly loved, which is why I chose to be with you. We shall meet again. I love you. Finish. Wow.
You know, pet is very special when they
Certainly
pass.
Certainly are.
So then we have Truth in Me that has a question for Earth frequency.
Okay.
The question is, with all the small earthquake, should I move to Saskatchewan? Thank you.
Not because of the earthquakes. It would be a good move for you, however. Make your plans and act upon it. Finish.
Ah. Then Marquette has a question for source frequency.
Okay.
I never remember my dream. Is there a reason why? Is there anything I can do to start remembering?
It takes practice to remember your dream. You have to set the intention as you are relaxing for the sleep state. Because you leave your body when you dream, you lose connection. If you set your intention and repeat to yourself, I shall remember my dream, I shall remember my dream, over time you will be able to do it on a regular basis. Finish.
Thank you.
I very rarely remember a dream, very rare.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, me from time to time. I kind of blocked it years ago
Right,
because I was having too many nightmares.
okay.
Then we have Robin Hill's Summer Wolf that has a question for source frequency.
Okay.
What is the meaning of the blue-green crystal I saw while I sleep?
This basically is your energy source. This is on the same frequency as you. There is you would call it a psychic connection. Think of this crystal and you can access its power. You are very powerful. Finish.
Thank you. Then we have Cynthia Wood, a question for source frequency.
Okay.
What is my job for my end days?
Sorry, nothing there at the moment. I would resubmit the question, put it in more detail.
I don't know. I have the feeling we had that question before.
Have we? That could be why we...
I'm getting over 1,000 questions now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if I have to look for every question in the archive, this is going to be hell for me. I'm not going to enjoy doing that no more.
I wouldn't expect you to do that. If the person concerned hasn't had the answer and they've checked the transcripts of the previous shows and can't find it, then just resubmit the question and we'll try again.
That's right.
Okay.
So the next question is for Cassiopeia. And the question is for her nephew, Nolan, that can't speak.
Okay.
Do you have a message for your mother? Thank you.
I made a contract to come into your life. I chose you as my mother. I knew there would be challenges with my communication, but I decided that the positives outweighed the negatives, and I enjoy spending time with you. I love you. Finish.
Okay. You all right?
I'm okay. The kiddies get to me.
All right. Then we have the Wisdom Wild card that has a question for Earth frequency.
Okay.
So, what should I take away from her communication in my dream and the package sent to me? Please and thank you.
Could you repeat the question, please, Caroline?
Sure, but I don't understand it, so you must know.
One word at a time.
Yeah. What should I take away from her communication in my dream and the package sent to me? Please and thank you.
Sorry, nothing.
Well, that means you gotta ask a more precise question. Maybe it's not to the right one.
I think you have the ability to get the answer yourself, but you can try again.
Or maybe it wasn't asked to the right frequency.
Possibly.
I feel the question is not precise enough.
Right. By the way, Caroline's getting connected with her abilities. She's really growing very strong.
Yeah. And I got Guardian Angel, and my main one is my mom. Watch out.
Okay.
Then we have PM Austin
Okay.
as a question for source frequency.
Ready?
Can you tell me if Julie was my twin flame, and do you have any message for me?
It takes two to discover whether you are meant to be together. Twin flame is a generic term. It has a lot of human emotions attached to it. It is more of a frequency balance than being a twin flame. If you are on the same frequency, you will both feel it. You will know. You need not ask. Finish.
So,
I don't think we've heard that before.
no. So that's what it is with twin flame. It's about the right frequency between the two people, a matching frequency. And we put the word twin flame in it for us to understand.
We like labels, don't we?
Oh, yeah. We do boxes.
Yeah.
FedEx. Then we have Brent Humphrey that has a question for our moon frequency.
Hello, Brent. Ready?
What is the big secret of your unseen region? Thank you.
As mentioned previously, most of me is unseen. The moon you see in your skies is fake. It is used to spy on you. It is used to influence you. I as mentioned before, am much further out. All of me is basically unseen. I am dark in nature. I do not emit light. I have no secrets. Think of a question and I will answer. Finish. Wow.
So what's with the Chinese on the dark side of the moon? Hollywood. All right.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
They're making a Bruce Willis film.
Yeah. Then we have a question for a loved one.
Okay.
For Richard Garratt. Wants to reach the grandfather Richard.
Okay.
Are you proud of what your son Dan has accomplished? Do you have a message for him? And are you with grandma again in the afterlife? Thanks.
I have always been proud of your father, my son. He is an example to me. I believe I learnt more from him than he learnt from me. And yes, I am with grandmother. We are happy, we are safe, we are having an adventure. Finish.
Thank you. Then we have Terry Brown that has a question for Earth frequency.
Okay.
When we are planning our next incarnation, do we know how we will die, including suicide?
Yes. Finish.
Then we have Robert US and VET 13 as a question for Saturn frequency.
Okay.
Is the interdimensional entity controlling you named Enki, also named Lucifer or Poseidon?
No. Finish.
Okay. Then again, because I received 4 questions for loved one from Richard Garratt, and I told them that I would split them.
Okay.
You know, because you asked me to, so that's why I got these 4 questions that way.
Okay.
So again, for a loved one, someone different.
When you're ready.
So the question is for the grandmother, Mary. Do you have anything you would like to say to any of the family member? We miss you and love you more than word can say. Thank you.
I find it difficult to express the feelings I have for you all. It is very emotional for me when you are passed over. You still have your emotions, you have your memories, you know everything about your life, and the biggest emotion is one of sadness for not being present with your loved ones. However, I do visit. I enjoy listening to your conversations. I am always watching over you, and I am waiting for you. Finish.
Thank you. Had a little cough here.
Not to worry.
I turned off my mic quick enough. Swallowed
Do
water.
I have another
Sorry.
drink, Caroline?
No, it's because I swallowed wrong. I have denture, so sometimes I don't swallow right. It goes in the wrong pipe.
Okay.
Drinking won't help nothing in this case.
Okay.
I just need to get it out my wrong pipe. Yeah, I've been having that problem since I have denture. Mom, can you fix that, please? She knows what I'm talking about. She had denture too. Okay, I'm good. Thank you, Mom. Next question is for Saturn frequency.
Okay.
LG Wenger wants to know, do Gaia children, human and brother inhabit there without fear of territorial attack?
No, there is conflict throughout the beings that inhabit the moons around me. My rings are used to control the human population on Earth. This is not a happy place to be, although I am making advances in freeing myself. Finish.
Well, thank you, Saturn frequency. That was good information, eh? We should forward that to Wayne. Then Caroline Boivin has a question for Sun frequency.
Okay.
Sun, we were once told that our solar system is moving through the galaxy and that it was unusual. Can you explain why it was unusual?
The solar system, with myself at its centre, is not tethered to the galaxy. We are travelling across the galaxy towards an area of space that we have not encountered before. I have mentioned this many times. Along the way, we are collecting celestial bodies through the law of attraction. There is much debris in our way. It is a worrying time. But my advice is to live in the moment. Do not fear. Love one another. Raise your frequency. Finish.
Well, thank you, Sun. Last question the last two questions for Richard Garratt. Yeah, Garratt, sorry. One for the second grandmother, Eleanor, and then the deceased dog, Zora. So one question at a time.
Okay.
The first one is for the loved one, grandmother Eleanor.
Ready?
Is there anything you would like to say to your daughter Linda or anyone else in the family? We all miss you very much. Thank you.
My sentiments are very similar to Mary's. Us grandmothers are very maternal, very protective. Our main emotion is love. Please think of me often and please talk to me so that we can connect without going through this format. Finish.
See, even them, they say it. So the last question for Richard Garratt. For the deceased dog Zora.
Okay.
Is there's anything you would like to say to mom and dad? We all miss you very much and hope you are at peace on the other side. Thank you.
I am very happy where I am. I have been given the opportunity to reincarnate, and I shall be doing that very shortly. You may come across me again. Finish. That's it.
Okay. So Zora didn't say if in what she will reincarnate in a tree, another.
I got the impression it'd be another dog, but it wasn't stated.
Okay. Then we have beautiful war goddess. She has a question for Earth frequency.
Okay.
Is it true that the Earth is a ship and not a planet? I love you.
No. Finish.
Okay. Then Vanessa Kessler has a question for a loved one.
Okay.
I believe is deceased. I'm not sure. To my sister Amy.
When you're ready.
I miss you dearly and I hope you are extremely happy. Does your spirit experience dimensional travel? As your soul reincarnated into my daughter or another family member, do you have a message for me?
When you are free of your physical shell, you are able to travel throughout the universe. You are able to travel to different dimensions. You just have to think of it and you are there. There is no journey involved. You create it with your mind and then you are there. Sorry, I've just been interrupted again. Can you give me a second?
Yeah. Wow. Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, bam. Well, see people, we need your help for protection.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I sang a little Sweet Caroline.
Wow, I missed it.
You did. All right. And I told them, see, we need protection. So
Okay.
everybody, when we do the protection, stop the chat room and close your eyes and do the protection system with us. We need that. And we do that for you, remember?
Thank you.
All
Caroline.
right. So should we start over the question?
I think we might do that one another time, if you don't mind.
Okay, so I'm going to put it for the next show?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I want that to have a proper connection.
Right.
Okay.
Let me just...
Not saying that the remainder of the show won't have a proper connection, but because that one was...
affected. Okay. All right. So that was the last question that I had left over from March 7. Now we are entering all the questions I started collecting on March 9. Okay.
Okay. Does that include all the ones underneath the videos, Caroline?
Here, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, here when I'm starting to, when I say I start, the question I collected start from March 9. So that include the comment under the last video we did.
Okay.
Actually on March 9. Yeah.
Right.
And I did put my comment that I went through all those questions, and actually I did work with few people in there last night to get their question properly asked and make sure I understand. Okay.
Okay.
So my question, I did put my comment that I've been through all those comment and comment under the last video. If you add question after that comment, they won't be selected because I'm done with that one. Now, if you put a question under this video today in the comment, it will be in the list for next show to come. Can't say it's going to be the next show or the next show. The list is growing.
It will be at the top of the list when the ones above it have answered.
What's on top of the list? Because on top of the list should be the question that I have left over.
Yeah, what I'm saying is when somebody submits a question, it gets added to the list at the bottom of the list. When their question gets to the top, it gets asked.
Right.
Okay.
And also here, I keep track about, the dates where we got the question. So we're done with the question I was collecting for the show on March 7th.
So that show is now finished with? Yeah.
That show we're done with.
Okay.
So now we start with all the question I collected in the chat room from March 9, the comment from under your last video, and all the email you sent me.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
At this point, I would like just to mention that in the chat room from last show, there is a lot of question I did not select because I'm not going to retype all your question because you use all capital or you put emoji or I don't know the destination. So please and please and please and please go look to the instruction on how to ask your question. All the information you need is there. So if you feel your question hasn't been asked before to resubmit, go look that video because you might understand why your question did not get selected. Okay?
It's very difficult extracting the questions. It really
Yep.
is.
Okay, so let's. How long have we been doing this now?
Put
I
the
lost
eyes
track.
back on. Nearly, well, yeah, we've got about another 35, 40 minutes to go.
Okay,
Something like that.
no problem.
When you're ready.
Okay, so our next question is for Meyer Cat for moon frequency. Again.
Okay.
Ever since last week, I'm so thankful to learn you still exist. Well, okay, I hold back here because we just got the answer for that. So I'm just going to say it, but we just got the answer for that in the
Okay.
previous question.
Okay.
And the question here is, ever since last week, I'm so thankful to learn you still exist. Can you please tell us how you came to be dark, right? So we just got the answer for that, Mir. I consider this question answered. Then we have Vanessa K that has a question for Earth frequency.
Okay.
Are there items we can use to protect our home environment for electromagnetic frequency that are produced from smart meter and 5G? Is orgone effective?
Orgone is very good at blocking these frequencies and energies. You can make a device using orgone. It is called an orgone bubble. If you search your internet for Orgon bubble, you will learn how to make your own. They are very, very effective. Finish.
Huh. Thank you. I will definitely look into it. Oh, yeah. Then Regina Breakfield has a question for source frequency.
Okay.
Who was the Christ mentioned in the King James Version of the Bible? What percentage of this Bible is true?
The Bible that you have is missing over half of the original. The feminine aspect of the Bible was removed by the masculine rulers at the time. The Old Testament, as you call it, has a lot of truth in it. The New Testament cannot be trusted. Finish.
Wow.
That'll upset a few people.
Well, I'm not upset. I'm very happy. I'm very pleased to get some clarification here. So then we have Regina Breakfield again has a question for source frequency again.
Okay.
Is Earth the only prison planet, and are all the beings on Earth stuck in this soul trap, or is it just human?
The prison side of this prison planet is for the human population. The other creatures, animals, sea creatures, plants, vegetation, they have their own path to follow. They are not held here as prisoners. There are other worlds throughout your solar system that have prison populations, primarily a slave labour force used to mine minerals. This also happens throughout your galaxy and further afield. Finish. Wow. Don't go anywhere on your own, people.
Whoa. Only human? So why? Why?
I saw this podcast the other week on the internet called Ask Patrick, Caroline. If you go see that, you can submit a question.
What?
Don't worry about it.
I missed that, didn't I? It was a joke?
It was a joke, Caroline.
Oh, you were telling me to submit my question.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. It wasn't the right format, was it?
No, it wasn't.
I told you that Caroline Boivin, she's giving me a hard time in the chat room. She doesn't know how to ask a question at all. She doesn't even raise her hand.
She's too busy playing with Uranus.
I didn't say it, people. I'm not guilty this time. Oh my, we digress. Okay, let's get back on track.
I love it.
Then
I love it.
Yeah, me too. Then we have Ellen Doyle that has a question for source frequency.
Okay.
I suffer from chronic back pain for the past 10 years, and I was wanting to know if this is karma from a past life, which I have to go through. Is there some way I can have the pain taken away? What do I need to do to make it stop?
The pain is not attached to karma. Most of the pain is not your pain. You feel other people's pain. You need to exercise your mind to focus on not feeling this pain. Talk to your body, talk to your nerves, talk to your DNA structure. Develop a conversation. You may not eliminate this pain, but you can reduce it and make it more bearable. Distraction also works in these situations. Finish.
Okay. So then we have Dark Raven has 3 questions for different. First one for Dragon, second one for Mercury, and third one for Source. So one at a time.
One at a time, please, Caroline.
So the first question for I don't know which dragon, but I'm gonna go with Fire Cloud.
Okay.
Do I have a personal dragon guide?
Guide is the wrong word. You have a dragon assigned to you who is your protector. It is a green dragon. Finish. Wow, that's number 3.
You said you have 3 dragon, or you have a green dragon?
It was a green dragon. We've already had a white dragon and the lady dragon. I don't know why, but I picture the lady dragon more of a multicolored golden shine to her, but that's just me, maybe.
So now we have a green dragon that we need to find out the name. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that, no, I'm just saying that that's the 3rd dragon we've spoken to, or about. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I only know 2 dragon. I know Firebird and Fire Cloud.
Yeah, well, there's another one there. Well, there's more than that, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, maybe Caroline Boivin will have some questions to the dragon.
They're all holding the gold for you, Caroline.
Oh, they're better. Then the next question is for Mercury frequency.
Okay.
Are you really my planet ruler?
The human language is very complicated. I do not rule anybody. I guide people. I can exert influence, but the final choice is always yours. You are among those I watch over. Finish.
Okay. Then the last question is for source frequency.
Okay.
What are my other spirit guide?
Sorry, nothing.
Sorry, nothing. We ask. Then Pathfinder has a question for Firebird.
Okay.
How big dragons are exactly?
We come in a variety of sizes. We adjust our frequency, we adjust our energy, we adjust our size depending on the particular mission we are following. Finish.
Thank you. Then we have Heather Davidson that has a question for source frequency.
Okay.
Do you know what is causing my hair and sinus to be plugged for many months?
There is a build-up of fluid. You must seek medical attention. Do not worry, it can be corrected. Finish.
Okay. Then we have LG Vanguard, a question for sun frequency.
Okay.
We hear a new interstellar medium ahead giving you trouble for different property and unknown, uncharted, barreling at your great speed with us all behind you. How do you feel? Thanks.
I am going through changes at the moment. I am storing energy to assist me in what lies ahead. I am positive in nature. I know my place. I know my responsibilities. I take them very seriously. I shall protect my children. Finish.
Well, thank you, son. Then we have Melanie Mayan Radford that has 3 questions for source frequency.
Okay.
First question is, what are the grid and pattern I see all over the wall and ceiling at night?
This is the structure behind the holographic matrix you find yourself in. Do not worry, you are safe. Finish.
Okay. Then, why do the 3 crystals under my pillow change position dramatically during the night?
As your frequency changes during your sleep pattern, it is affected and alters its position. It is natural. You mustn't worry about these things. It's all energetic. Finish.
Okay, and then the last question is, did I really see many dragons in the cloud on 11th and 12th of this month? Thanks.
Yes. Deliberately so. Finish.
Deliberately. That means those dragons made sure she saw them.
Yeah.
So, Melanie, maybe your next question should be asking for the name of those dragons you've seen. I don't know how many you've seen, but you should work on that one so we can get their name, right? Melanie, you're on the mission. Find the name of a dragon. Okay. She's the dragon lady. All right.
Dragon lady.
Yeah.
I know Melanie. Don't worry about that. That's okay.
Right. All right. Then we have Truth Seeker. It has a question for Earth frequency.
Okay.
Who built the pyramid in Egypt and for what purpose?
The pyramids around the earth were built by an ancient race before your current civilization was created. You could call them an ancient race. They were built to harness energy, to focus energy, and to align with frequencies coming through space. They were a power source. They are a power source. They have many secrets yet to be revealed. Finish.
Can't wait to see those secrets. So truth seeker, get on those pyramid questions. All right. Then we have Barbara Burns that has a question for guess who? Uranus.
Oh no.
Well, thank you for bringing a question for Uranus. Not many people do. They're afraid to say the name. We have lots of fun. Thank you, Uranus, for that. So,
Okay.
Barbara Burns has a question for Uranus frequency.
Ready?
I have heard your Cassini frequency since I was about 12 years old and do still. Why is that?
We have a connection. Our frequency is very similar, although mine is more powerful and greater. The frequencies are very similar. Talk to me and I will explain myself to you. Finish.
Okay. Oh boy.
Are you gone again, Caroline?
I got so many jokes in my head right now, it's indecent. Ugh. Okay, I said, hey, you must behave, you must behave. Okay. Then Scott Shut Hat has a question for source frequency.
Okay.
Is the Mandela effect changing or mixing timeline, and what is causing this phenomenon?
It is connected to timelines. Timelines are merging, intersecting. This is the main cause of the so-called Mandela effect. Things happen out of sequence within different timelines. Somebody could be dead in one and alive in another. It is literally the blending of different timelines. That is the simple answer. The reason for this is the area of space we are all travelling to, the what your friend Wayne would call the darkness. Finish.
Wow. Okay, I got tons of questions now.
Get a pen and paper, Caroline, write them down.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, I'll do that. So then Scott, I just did that one. Truth Seeker has a question for Earth frequency.
Okay.
What happened to the country called Tartaria? Why has it existent been covered up by history? Thank you.
It is not alone in this situation. There are many land masses that held events of a historical nature. It is the information they are hiding, not the geographical location. Many of these land masses contain technology beyond your imagination. Finish. Wow. Never heard of that before.
No, me neither. I've heard of Tartaria,
I
but
haven't.
I wonder if that could be Antarctica.
I didn't get that impression, but
No?
who knows?
Okay, we're gonna put our boots on and start digging when the snow's gone.
Okay, how many more have we got, Caroline?
Lots.
Lots. It's what we got. I'm going to have to give it another 10 minutes and I must stop. Okay,
Okay.
let's go for it.
Okay. Next question is from Truth Seeker again, for Earth Frequency again.
Okay.
Is it true that there is a crystal orb in the inner Earth that sustain and nurture life there? What happened to the crystal orb that used to be on the surface of the Earth?
The Earth is full of crystalline structures. The absolute center of the Earth is not crystalline. The energy and power from these crystals generate the growth the planet is undergoing at this moment. The planet is expanding. Some of these crystals will come to the surface and their power shall be able to be used. I just got cut off again, Caroline.
That's not cool.
No, not cool. Something they don't want us to know. We've been noticed, I think.
Yeah, I know about what they call it. Voyons, colic. What's the name? Remote viewing.
Remote viewing, yeah.
Military. So they have people that do remote viewing, and they can intercept people like you and I that connect and cut you off.
Right.
So
Lovely.
I know for sure.
Okay.
So what do I do with that question? Do you feel we could ask it another time?
We could always try it another time.
Okay, I'm going to put that, because this is not fair. The question was asked, the answer was there, you get cut off. This is not fair. So I'm going to be asking that question another time, Truth Seeker, okay? So then we have Barbara Burns that has a question for a loved one.
Okay.
That's for her father, Bub.
Ready?
Was it you who answered me on Thursday, March 7? All I get at this time is a yes and no. Does he have anything else to tell me?
You are correct. It is me. You are learning your abilities. I urge you to practice so that we can have proper conversations. Trust in your abilities. Raise your frequency and it will become easier. Know that I love you. I am assisting you in this work. It is a matter of balancing our frequencies. Finish.
Thank you. Then we have Michael Kate has a question for the deceased dog. Bono.
When you're ready.
We are hearing loud bang. Found dried flower and dime. Seen many animated hummingbird. Bono, are you doing all that?
I am having fun. What is wrong with that? Finish. That's it.
I love it. That's right. I mean, dogs just like to have fun, and if they pass on the other side, they're going to continue to have fun. And yeah, they'll have fun with you because you're the owner.
Yeah, but you're a cat person, Caroline.
Yeah, you know what happened to me yesterday? I was with my lady landlord yesterday, and I was sitting there, and she was at her computer, and I swear I've seen a cat going under her feet where she does not like the cat to go because of all the wire. I'm like, see these under by your feet? She's like, no. I'm like, yes. And I go like that. There were no cat. I seen a cat for sure. I know I have many cats, and all the orbs I start to see. Some of them start taking shape, and some of them take shape into cats. And I am pretty sure that my cat, Sunday, she's having fun with City,
Cool.
the cat, one of the cat upstairs. I'm sure that.
That's great.
Yeah, it is. So, are you ready for a loved one question again?
Sure.
Okay. So, Christian Lee has a question for a loved one, and I'm not so sure about that one because I don't have name. Let me read. Is there's a message? Oh yeah, that's the one. That's probably somebody that lost a baby, might not have a name, but it's dead for sure. So, is there's a message from my baby? Your father and I love you so much, and I think of you every day. We are so sorry we lost you.
I knew this would happen before I came. I chose you both. We shall have time together again in the physical form. I am very grateful that you created me with love. Finish.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
That must have been something, this one, isn't it?
Well, as I've said before, I am a twin. My twin sister didn't survive the birthing process, and it always gets to me when we have those type of questions.
That's right. So, one more question?
One more question, please, Caroline. Then I'm going to have to call it a day. Otherwise, I'm going to burn out.
Okay. Then we have Silver Sky has a question for source frequency.
Okay.
When I was when I was in the surgery, I dreamt I saw a little girl skipping in the field with a couple of gentlemen. Can you please tell me what this means?
This was used to relax you. This was used to lower your anxiety. It was a happy place for you to go at that time. All is well. Finish. Wow.
Wow. So that was, I got much more.
Yeah. When that's because you're going to end up stronger than I am, Caroline. I already know that. And I'll be assisting you.
So you'll be taking the question for me?
Yeah, I'll be laughing with Uranus, and you'll be answering all the questions.
Oh my!
I was going to say I had a MRI in Chichester Hospital, and those of you who have been inside an MRI, it tapers and it pins you in place, and when the magnets start spinning, it's very, very noisy and can be frightening. And I just remembered thinking to myself, just relax and let things happen. And as I relaxed, this lilac coloured mist surrounded me, and I felt love and protection. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. So anyway,
do you see my screen flashing right now?
I did notice it earlier. Yeah,
that's Mom.
Yeah. You're back on camera, by the way.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to say before we play our outward bit of music, Caroline?
Just a reminder of that video we made that explained to you in detail all the possible way to ask your question. Please do and watch it. I'm gonna put it in the chat room right now. Copy and paste. Now this is the link you want to go to. The video we spent hours to make sure you understand, because we want to answer your question and help you. Nothing less, nothing more. And it's free. Isn't that amazing?
Absolutely.
So that's about it. And I'm going to subtract these two questions we got cut off today.
We'll do them again.
We'll do it again another time. Yeah. And I still have more questions. All those questions I still have now are going to be first on the next show. And after those questions, I'm going to start putting the question from the chat room of today and under the comments and email.
Thank you.
That's it.
I'd just like to thank you, Caroline, for all the hard work you do. And I'd like to especially thank Lee for her work. It is a labour-intensive thing to transcribe all of these videos, especially when she has to extract all the nonsense I talk in between, especially when it's Wayne and I together.
Oh, yeah.
She's truly dedicated, and we do appreciate what you do, Lee, and we love you very much.
Yes, yes. Much love to you, Lee. And I'm doing my best to send you the best format so you don't have to rewrite all the questions. Just seek for the answer. That's way enough.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you, Caroline. I was thinking which song to use for this show, because last week we obviously had a little sing-song with Puff the Magic Dragon, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I had lots of comments about it. It was really good. So I thought, well, we haven't heard from this particular band, so I thought it's time we had a bit of Van Halen.
Oh!
Jump!